All right, guys, welcome back. This time we have another GOAT bracket. We played this a couple times before. We worked out who the best best world midfielder was, best striker was. This time we're not doing players, we're doing iconic moments. And because we've got a Premier League winner here, we're going to do the most iconic Premier League moments.
Before we start, let me ask Kira a question. Who would you say is better? Obviously, it sounds like the dumbest question. R9 or Luis Suarez?
R9, bro. That's a dumb question. You know what, though? Suarez, for me, after obviously Henry and that, Suarez definitely up there, one of the best strikers that ever played in the Premier League.
So you think Henry's better than Suarez?
Of course I do.
TT, man.
What are you talking about?
Yeah, he was basically the reason I asked because the last GOAT bracket we did was greatest strikers of all time.
Like semi-final.
He was on a 10-minute argument saying why Suarez is better than R9.
R9.
Yeah.
Who's basically saying stop living off nostalgia.
And he almost won me over, I'm not going to lie. He was ranting and I was like...
No.
Because the stats...
How many Ballon d'Ors did he win that one?
Suarez.
Yeah.
But he had to compete with...
World players did, wouldn't he?
He had to compete
I'm telling you now, if R9 was in that with them now, he'd win as well. He's winning it. I can't believe you got Suarez over R9, bro.
There we go.
Put that toe up, bro. I bet everyone says R9 over Suarez. Anyone who's 30 and above are saying R9.
Facts.
Well, I told my dad, he was disgusted.
Of course he's disgusted. I'm disgusted with you, bro. I can't believe you even said that. I'm off air saying R9 the greatest player of all time. You're telling about Suarez, bro. That's mad.
There we go. And well, getting into this GOAT bracket.
You haven't changed my mind.
Yeah. The way this one works is, if you guys haven't seen the GOAT bracket before, in this special book that I usually use, I've got 16 different iconic Premier League moments written down. They're all numbered between 1 and 16. I'm going to go around the table, starting with Kieran, and I'm going to ask him to give me two numbers between 1 and 16. Those two numbers will represent two moments, and they'll face off against each other in the round of 16. And I want to keep doing that until we get our winner of the bracket of the tournament. Okay, cool. Which is going to be our iconic moment, okay? Yep. So Kieran, from 1 to 16.
15 and number 3.
Oh, okay. I think this one's easy. Right. Sometimes I get easy ones.
Yeah.
So 15 is the famous Kevin Keegan. I love it if we beat them. That one, the Man United.
Yeah.
That was iconic.
Iconic.
But number 3 is very iconic. I think it's going to be the easy one.
Go.
Invincibles.
Oh. easy Invincibles.
Because it's easy though, let's talk about the other one. Because it's just getting dished away.
I think with Kevin Keegan, I still use it sometimes in my chats, like like the memes and that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I would love it. I would love it if we beat them. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? It's probably like Sir Alex Ferguson probably got under his skin, innit?
Oh my God.
Got his head had gone.
Yeah.
And what happens is it funnels down into your team.
Yeah.
You know, when you see a manager lose his head, it's like, oh, mate. Do you know what I mean? Ain't good for us. It ain't good for us. So I feel like with there, it's like Fergie got under his skin. Iconic. He went off on one. Great moment, but the Invincibles, you can't compete.
Yeah, you can't compete.
No one's done it ever since. I know Liverpool got close, tried to be in there, but nah, that's the one of the great moments.
And the thing about Invincibles as well is like, Wenger said it the year before Arsenal won the Invincibles. He said it on an interview and everyone thought he was crazy.
Did he?
Yeah, he said, we can win the league undefeated. That's how good my team is. Everyone laughed at him, was on the papers, everything. Yeah. Obviously, they didn't do it that year. The season after, they did it.
Yeah, amazing.
Like, iconic. And even Ferguson himself said, I've won a lot of stuff, but that is probably the greatest achievement in Premier League history.
It's hard, isn't it? No one's done it since. You know what? I can't see anyone do it. It's too hard.
In the Prem as well.
It's too many good teams.
As a you were a teenager at the time, young adult. How was that as an Arsenal fan? Because obviously we were a bit young to experience.
Like 7,
you know?
We was like 7,
when you were
8.
watching, obviously like we drew a lot of games, but when you're watching, are you thinking we can actually do this? Oh my God.
Yeah, it was amazing. It was amazing. Like, as you said, at the beginning of the season, you don't think about them things.
Yeah, of course.
But when you get to like near the end, you're like, wow, we're going to do it. I'm sure it was a season where Arsenal went to Leeds away.
Yeah.
And Arsenal, the whole team was like near enough black players, like, and it was mad. I was like, bro, everyone's black in the team, like, it's mad. Well, not a thing, but it's like, and they won it. And I remember there was one like huddle, like it was just mad. You know what I mean? I remember my head is on.
I would remember that. But
yeah, it was sick.
It must have been intimidating as well. Like standing next to them, just
gladiators. It was
like,
full of gladiators.
It's like 8 black guys,
all units as well. All G units.
Big
you
guys.
know what I mean? Henry's, Campbell, all big man, Vieira, all big guys. Yeah, wicked.
Nah, it was good. But Invincibles, I think, has to win this, obviously.
Not the whole thing.
Not the whole thing, but I'm saying like that one. There's some iconic moments in it. All right.
Definitely.
Faisal, pick 2 numbers. See if you can get a hard one.
Give me 7-9.
7 and 9? Okay. There's another one there's another pretty easy one. Wayne Rooney's overhead kick against Man City.
Okay.
Off his shin.
Off his shin.
That's mad. Yeah,
Mad, innit? Go on,
mad.
go on.
But
Still
once
amazing.
again, you picked it to be up against a really tough one. Sergio Aguero's goal against QPR.
I think that's undisputed between everyone.
Yeah,
Undisputed.
it's got to be. It's got to be. Like,
First ever, last second against United. In the title.
I remember.
Was you
No,
No, he wasn't.
I was at Sunderland, but United came to Sunderland,
Yeah.
and I was there. I didn't play that game. I was injured.
Yes,
But
United
I
played
remember. I remember all United fans were celebrating and like thinking they'd won it, bruv. Whatever you know what happens.
Yeah.
All it was funny. All the Sunderland fans were like at the United fans. Yeah.
it was, I remember, yeah, they thought they won the league, and then apparently the plane went over from one side of Manchester to the other because they had the trophy. Because they thought the trophy go to United. But yeah, so Aguero, that woman gone.
Did you speak to any of you know how because you know the
Yeah, I knew
United,
them all, yeah.
Did you speak to any of the United players after that happened?
Yeah, of
a
course.
day after.
Yeah, cool. I spoke to them like in the
How,
stadium.
how did it?
They were gutted. I remember seeing Rio and everyone was gutted. They thought they'd won it.
And even worse, to lose
Phil
it.
Jones'
like,
face as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
To lose it like that
Against
on the
United.
final day, on goal difference against Man. It's never been done.
What would you say, for example? Obviously, you being at Sunderland at the time, yeah. Imagine it switched over and it was Arsenal and Man United. Would you be smart? Would you be happy if Arsenal won it?
Oh, if like, of
course I would.
So if Van Persie scored the,
Yeah, of
like,
course.
yeah.
Because I wasn't playing for United at the time.
Yeah.
Even though I want United to do well,
Yeah.
they're not my team. Arsenal's my team. I want Arsenal to win.
Always,
Of course.
always. Arsenal, you want Arsenal to win the league?
Always.
Yeah, of course.
So you were one of those guys when you played at United and Arsenal won. They're like, yeah, I don't mind.
Bro, I'm that guy. When I went to Man United on a trial when I was 14 years old, I wore an Arsenal top.
Yeah.
I'm that guy. I'm that guy, bro. I'm that guy. I remember I walked in and was like, why are you wearing that top? I was like, what do you mean? He's like, it's Arsenal. I said, bro, that's my team, innit? That was it. I'm that guy, bro.
You're sick.
I got Rose. You was like, what, 13, 14?
Yeah, I was like 14 years old. I remember I had an Arsenal top and everyone was like hammering me. All the local Man United people from Salford and all that were like, you can't wear that in and all that. I was like, bro, it's my team. Allow it.
Yeah, I respect that.
Respect.
Respect.
That's it.
All right, let's see if we're gonna get a tougher matchup now. Star player, give me one. Give me two numbers.
Give me number 1 and 11.
Okay, so number 1, I don't know if you remember this. So when Liverpool beat Newcastle 4-3, was it Stan Collymore?
Yeah.
Yeah. On number 11, you say? This one, the Blackburn one. Blackburn lost on the last day, but still secure Premier League title. Oh, so the one Blackburn won the league on the last day. Guys, these are two ones that I don't know.
I don't remember.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie to you, man.
So do you remember the two?
I remember the two, yeah.
So what would you say is like a more iconic moment? Because the
So you got the Blackburn, what's the other one? Oh no.
Collymore.
I'm definitely going Collymore.
Collymore.
Newcastle, Liverpool game. Because
4-3.
that game there is probably the most iconic game in the Premier League history for me. It was like so many
Most people say that as well.
Yeah, for sure. I remember a kid watching it. So much roller coasters. Everyone. I remember Asprilla outside the boot, ran a goalkeeper. So many great goals, and Liverpool obviously came back and won it with Collymore near the end. That's probably the best game in Premier League history.
Oh, mad.
I think so.
Yeah, I need to rewatch.
4-3, Liverpool.
Bro, it was sick, iconic.
Oh, mad.
Because it was just end to end, great football, great goals. I think Liverpool came back twice, maybe. It was just a great game. So I'd definitely that over the.
Yeah, we'll give them power because
No,
obviously,
100%.
yeah, because he remembers them more.
Yeah, I remember.
What's up, one?
Blackburn won. They won the league. You had that glitch in the top 10 video, so you should know about this one, Faisal.
That is sure.
You should know about this one.
Sure.
Yeah, but it was a tight one. They lost on the last day, and then they still won the league, wasn't it?
Yeah. United and West Ham away.
Yeah,
West Ham
because
away.
United bottled it as well.
Yeah, they bottled it. Andy
Yeah.
Cole should have scored.
So Blackburn still won the league.
Oh, man.
Yeah,
Man,
it was
man.
one of
That's the one thing I don't like.
Oh, wait,
about,
wait.
like, Premier League.
So United bowled it and they still won it.
Blackburn won.
Blackburn still
won
won it because Blackburn lost on the last day.
Yeah.
And if United had won,
United had to win at West
Yeah,
Ham.
United had to
They
win.
didn't win. And Blackburn still lost. So if United would have won at West Ham away, they would have won the Premier League.
Yeah.
They didn't win it.
That reminds me of my of FM
Football Manager.
football season. But I had to beat Crystal Palace. I lost 4-3. That's Arsenal.
It's painful. Have you ever played Football Manager?
Back in the day, yeah.
Oh, that game's amazing.
Is it still going on?
Yeah,
now?
yeah, it's still going. It's even better now because
Is it?
obviously,
Yeah. When I used to
technology.
play back in the day,
It's like Championship Manager.
Championship Manager
Yeah.
20 years ago, the little round circles.
Yeah, you can still have
watch it
that
go
now.
fast.
2D, yeah.
Speed it up.
He still plays with
It's still-
TV.
Is it? Yeah, you used to
happen.
watch it in it. I used
Speed
to
up,
like it,
game
man.
speed, yeah.
Bro, I was hurt for a week, bro. Arsenal last game of the season.
No, it is. That game is brutal,
it's a
man.
wicked
Like,
game.
it is
Wicked
such a
game.
good game. All right, back to you, Kieran.
Yep.
2 numbers. So I'll tell you if the number's been taken, but give me 2 numbers.
4
Yep.
and 9.
9's been taken.
Okay, 10.
Okay. Oh, Okay, this one, I'm glad you picked 4 because it actually relates directly to you.
Okay.
4 is the West Brom Great Escape.
Yeah, wicked.
Yeah, and you were part of that squad.
Yeah, I was part of that squad.
But you picked it against another one, which is going to be... But I'll still wait.
Go on.
10 is Leicester winning the Premier League.
Ah, can't compete.
The matchups you guys are doing is
You know
crazy,
what,
but I want to hear...
yeah,
You know what
for
I'm
me-
going for? I'll tell you guys right now. I'm going for West Brom Great Escape.
For the viewers
Yeah,
that are too young,
yeah.
talk us about that West Brom season.
So I remember I was at 19, 20. I was at United. I wasn't really playing much. And Sir Alex Ferguson said to me, go on loan for the last 6 months of the season in January. And I was going to go there or Norwich. West Brom or Norwich. And Norwich were both in the Prem. I chose to go to West Brom because Brian Robson was the manager. Obviously, Captain Marvel for Man United.
Yeah.
That was the connection. I knew him. So I went to West Brom. Best time of my life. Honestly, young kid in Birmingham, playing football in the Prem, regular.
How old were you at that point?
20.
Yeah.
19, 20. I just turned 20. Playing every week, Premier League, centre midfield.
Amazing.
Doing well, scoring goals. Felt like the seat was mine, bro. And then obviously the last. And when I went there in January, we were rock bottom. And the history was any Premier League team that had been bottom at Christmas never survived.
So you broke the curse, basically.
Yeah, we broke the curse. They always went down. So I remember when I arrived there, Kevin Campbell was our striker, which is
What
obviously
player?
wicked player.
Arsenal.
Legend. He was like a senior, like a go-to guy. I'm a young kid coming in, and Kevin was our striker. He was an absolute goat, legend. Helped everyone. He helped us stay up as well. And the last game of the season, we had to win it, obviously, to stay up. But it had to be where other teams would lose because we still. I think we're still at the bottom.
Like on
So
the
it was a
last
domino effect, innit?
day, you guys were 20th place, weren't you?
Yeah, we
On
was
the
bottom.
day,
Yeah,
they were 20th place, and they survived.
And I happened to score in that game as well, so
Yes.
which is good. And I remember when the whistle blew and we just knew that we survived.
Was it like one of those murmurs around the stadium?
It was carnage, bro.
Yeah.
Everyone just bombarded the ground, the field.
You know what I feel like? This is something crazy to say. I feel like obviously surviving. I feel like there's more joy out of it than winning the Prem. I don't know why.
No.
I don't know why. You know, like the lower
You're
league.
talking to a man who's won the Prem, who survived the relegation
That's
and the
worse
relegation.
than Suarez R9, man. Come
Yeah, that's the
on.
worst of shut.
I just feel like everyone's just going crazy.
relief, it's the relief.
Yeah, I don't know.
No, I feel like it's different. They're both different
I know
things.
what you're
Different
saying.
emotions.
I know
Different
what you mean.
emotions.
Yeah.
Both great emotions. I think down the bottom is probably more stressful for fans, 'cause even though they, you know what I mean, for the whole club, it's stressful for the whole club because as I told you before, people lose their jobs, money, and things like that. But there's no better feeling than winning the Premier League because you work all season for it, and to win that trophy against other teams who are good as well, it's great, bro.
Fair
That's
enough.
mad.
So,
I'm gonna go Leicester.
Okay, but let's. Okay, let's. I think we're going to Leicester.
It's all
Right?
about Leicester. We'll know
Yeah.
Leicester.
But let's talk about Leicester season and why it's an iconic moment.
They only lost 3 games.
They lost 3 games that whole season.
The whole season.
Yeah.
You know, they lost twice to one team as well.
Two of them were to Arsenal.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
So they could win the league all they like, but they didn't beat us that season.
They
But
beat
that season was stressed me out about that season. I think we should have won the league that season.
Yeah.
Really?
We
It
should
was
have
it was the year that Ozil was on like 16 assists by December.
I think,
Really?
I think it's 20. I think.
No, because he didn't match De Bruyne and that. It was
Yeah, I
on,
know.
he finished on 19.
Did he?
Oh, I finished 19. My bad. Yeah. Like, and then it was the year when remember that was the game where Danny Welbeck scored against Leicester,
Yeah.
2-1. And we thought we won the league in Feb.
and then also had like the great battle at the bridge and all that stuff. Liverpool and Chelsea, the Spurs and Chelsea. But yeah, Leicester winning the league 5,000 to 1. They just survived relegation the season
Yeah, I
before.
think that's-
Got rid of Nigel Pearson.
I don't
brought him
think
around
that'll ever
here.
be done again.
No, never.
That's
Never,
what
never.
it was.
Never. Obviously, because the levels with Pep and Klopp was just madness now. But that
It's
is
mad.
so-
Like Pepper Club was there. Like, a lot of people forget that.
They were both managing in the Premier
mad,
League.
innit?
Which is mad.
Crazy.
Yeah.
But you know what? Sometimes, you know, when we watched Leicester that season, everything was just going in. Vardy was just banging from any angle.
Yeah.
He was just going
Mahrez.
in.
He scored like 11 in a row.
Mate, it was mad, wasn't it?
Mahrez.
Mahrez was ripping it up.
Like, drink water,
Kante.
can't see
Yeah.
that. And yes,
I
I
know.
chat me for a second.
Yeah, it
know.
was ridiculous.
Yeah.
But their
Everyone.
back four
The back, yeah.
was Robert Hoof, Wes Morgan, Fuchs, and was Danny Simpson.
Yeah, Danny Simpson.
That sounds like a championship back four,
That-
man.
No, I know it is.
A
It
Premier
is.
League winning
But
back
bro,
four.
it's mad, isn't it?
You know what's about like Al Brighton moving nuts as well.
No, Abraham was moving nuts because he was at Villa. Was
Yeah.
that Villa?
Yeah,
Was that
he
Villa?
was, Villa.
He was like
Yeah.
any guy, like
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying,
Yeah.
like good player, but
Yeah.
like nothing.
Yeah.
But when he went Leicester, bro, man was just as you said,
It's
moving
good.
mad.
Because they had Nathan Dyer at one point.
Another player, Andy King. He was there with them from like League 2.
Yeah.
Was that like League
I know.
1 or something? He was there at Leicester. They got promoted with them. Got promoted
That
with
will
them.
never be done again.
And won the league with them. His story is crazy.
It's mad. That's
Yeah.
a mad, iconic moment, bro.
Ridiculous. And Jamie Vardy is meant to have a movie to come out of that. And like everything about it, like I think they're all just hungry. Like it was like perfect.
Yeah.
Jamie Vardy at 23 was still playing like semi-pro
I know.
football or
Semi-pro.
something.
Great story.
Kante at 25 was playing second tier
I
of
know.
French football.
I remember as well.
Mara's got found in
Mad,
the second.
innit?
It's everything about
Hungry players,
Yeah.
bro.
it. Yeah.
I think West Brom wanted Vardy as well the season they won the league just
Yeah.
before it.
I would love to ask a Leicester player how did they feel like come March when they were top? Imagine that because a lot of people lose their composure.
Of course, yeah.
Like, they're like, you know
Because
what?
even in March, we all still thought they're gonna fall off.
they were
They're
good
gonna
for that,
off.
yeah. But they still
But
managed
they never
that.
did.
It's mad.
I can't believe it. You're right. Because I remember the season before, you're playing against Leicester. I was at Villa at the time.
Yeah.
They were rubbish.
They
were just crap.
just survived relegation.
It's
They're in the
mad.
bottom. They're in the
And
bottom.
they're winning the league. So it's
They got promoted 2 seasons later. They won the league. They won the championship 2 seasons
phenomenal.
You know the game that I knew they were serious when they went to Etihad.
Yeah, I
And they
remember
beat-
that game.
And they beat Morris, that Morris goal and everything. I was like,
yeah.
you know what? They're serious.
Yeah.
They're top.
I think
team.
the momentum was with them. They had everything.
before. But the momentum
Yeah.
never ended.
Yeah, it
That's
never
the thing.
ended.
That's
Yeah,
what
you're
was-
right.
And,
Totally.
and they were fortunate Arsenal kept going.
Yeah.
Spurs kept. Spurs. I don't know, man. They bowled in, man.
Yeah, Spurs came third as well. They were actually the second. Was meant to come second that year. All right, let's.
So here,
Finished third in a 2-man race.
who finished fourth that season?
Man City. I don't think
City.
Pep ever finished 5th.
Yeah.
Oh, club.
Oh
Oh man,
It's Faisal. What was the next matchup you give me?
give me 14-13.
Okay, so 14 is these are two just matches, iconic matches. 14 is when City beat United 6-1.
Ooh.
Balotelli, White, always me. And 13 is when Liverpool beat City 4-3 a few years ago when City were undefeated and Liverpool broke the streak, where Ox scored a screamer. Salah,
That one.
yeah.
The,
So
Salah,
yeah. Liverpool 4-1 up.
yeah,
They made
yeah,
it 4-3. So there's two matches. Which one's more
Thank God I
iconic?
didn't hear that Arsenal, if there's Arsenal 8-2.
I remember
I
that.
don't think it's on the list.
Arsenal 18 is not there. Come on, man. It deserves to be there.
It is actually, yeah. Damn. All right, go on then. So which one's more iconic?
I feel like it's a City United 6-1 because at that point United was always the big neighbours, like always the big team. City was nowhere near, but then that was maybe the turning point.
Is that the Why Always Me game?
Yep.
Yeah, that was the turning point where people start thinking, you know what, City could be the real deal. City could actually.
What's going to be interesting, by the way, is I know a lot of these matchups are easy, but in the next round, they
It'll
get
make it
hard.
hard.
But go on.
But I feel like I think that was the turning point where a lot of people start thinking, you know what, City could actually threaten United's space and actually make it actually can't compete.
There was
And they
one
did it.
goal. There was one goal. David Silva assist to Dzeko. Where the side
that
volley,
pass.
volley.
That-
You remember that assist?
That
Straight
pass.
through, zinging down.
That pass.
And the funniest thing is, the best goal of that game was probably Darren Fletcher. The one goal that United scored was a
Yeah.
very good
Yeah.
goal.
Yeah.
But yeah, that had more iconic. Why it was me, like you just remember. The thing about Balotelli, like what a character he was, you know.
Character.
Why had the
See
shirt?
his goal the other day in Italy, that when he's doing no step over the Arabina.
Oh, I didn't even see that. I didn't even see that. Nah.
We'll see on. Yeah.
Why? That was sick goal, innit?
It's mad.
Mad goal.
It's mad.
So we all go with 6-1.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I am.
Anyone
I'll go
campaign?
6-1.
All right, so we're gonna go 6-1. Let's move on because I want to get to the next round and see these matchups because there's actually some good ones. Who was next?
Is the Czech Toyota game in? The 4-4?
It is.
I'm just now the names are popping up into my head now. Iconic.
Go on, Stars.
Give me 7.
7's been taken. So we've got 2, 5, 6, 8, 12, yeah, and 16.
6 and 16.
6 and 16. All right. So one is a goal and one is like a famous quote. So number 6 is Alan Hansen saying you can't win anything with kids, and then they won the league. And number 16 is Dave Beckham's halfway line goal. What's it gonna be, guys?
I'm going David Beckham's goal.
Yeah, I'm going with that as well. I think
I feel like Dave Beckham's goal was like the first time I see someone like obviously score from halfway line.
yeah,
Do you know what I mean? It was sweet as well. It was clean, wasn't it?
proper.
Who, you know,
Wimbledon away, innit? Wimbledon away?
yeah, this is the most dumbest
remember.
thing. I forgot what season it was that Alan Hansen said you can't win.
It would have been like 92 or something like that. That one, 93?
Yeah. Talking
95,
about Man United
96.
players.
The season we were born. 95, 96,
You
our
know,
season.
I was sitting there going, I remember him on Match of the Day, but
yeah.
I don't remember him
Yeah.
saying that. And I was
Yeah.
thinking,
He
whereabouts
said
was
that,
he saying?
yeah.
It was about your Man United players.
Said you'll never win anything with kids. and then they won it.
I think he's right. I think it was Kieran. I think Beckham. It was the first person.
He was talking about the class of '92.
Yeah, it felt like that. Innit? The first person from halfway line. I ever saw that.
Proper.
Yeah,
seeing that was
on a big
mad.
stage as well.
Crazy techers, bro. I think that season there made Beckham. He went on and scored pure goals on that.
Proper.
Yeah.
And then a couple of seasons after, he went to Madrid.
Yeah.
We'll go with Beckham then.
Yeah.
Beckham.
Mm-hmm.
Bex.
What's the next numbers left?
So
I know 2 hasn't been said.
we got
12 as well.
2, 5, 8, and 6.
Okay,
and
5 and 8. 5 and 8 for me.
5 and 8. So my 8-2, Man United Arsenal
Oh, mate.
against Mourinho calling himself the special one. What's the matter?
I'm going Jose Mourinho, a special one, all day long.
I'm Jose, man.
Yeah,
Come on.
everyone knows about that saying, innit?
I'm the special one.
Yeah.
8-2 was.
I
8-2.
think
Bad
8-2 is so memorable. Like,
It is memorable.
like even Man United fans still joke about it and say we beat you guys 8-2, and I'm thinking to myself,
But I'm the special
obviously
one.
special was the
Changed the
crazy.
whole Premier League. Changed the whole Premier League scene. I'm going with that.
I'm going special one. I'm going
Because
special
that 8-2, it didn't really. Yeah, fair enough. It was a beatdown. It was a destroyment. But it didn't really.
I don't like the
impact.
fact
It-
so
it-
many scorelines at Arsenal.
Yeah.
Like, I don't want to hear the Chelsea 6-0 Wenger Styles game.
It didn't impact the standing in any way. But I think with on the special one, bro, everyone.
Yeah,
changed.
that's like
It made
Mourinho
Chelsea.
really like.
Yeah.
It made Mourinho and it made Chelsea.
Yeah, I agree. I think Mourinho's got to be in it. If you guys are watching as well, leave your comments below if you disagree with any of our ones. But we've got one more match up to make, and it's Faisal. So obviously we don't need to ask your ones because there's only 2 left. So we have left. What have we got left?
12.
Oh yeah, we've got 2 and 12. We've got Newcastle Arsenal 4-4, comeback
Banger.
4-0, and Steven Gerrard slip.
Oh,
It's got to be the slip, man.
Stevie G.
It's got to be the slip.
Stevie G.
It was such an iconic game, the check Tiote volley, whatever.
Stevie G.
But Stevie Gerrard
R.I.P.
literally-
as well, man.
Yeah, R.I.P.
RIP,
definitely.
yes.
You know what I mean?
Facts.
But then Gerrard was
Yeah.
he had the trophy in his hands.
And the fact they said we can't let this slip. That makes it worse, isn't it?
I'm so happy. It has to be Liverpool, bro. I was so happy when that happened.
You know what's the craziest thing? Obviously, that was crazy what happened. Mourinho was the manager, so because he ran down the byline, didn't he?
Yeah.
I remember that.
So we'll go with the Gerrard slip.
Yeah. Even the game after the Palace 3-3,
Yeah, he
that
flopped.
was
They're 3-0 up, weren't they?
yeah.
Mad.
Yeah.
Their heads,
Istanbul.
it was gone.
Mad.
Do you reckon if Gerrard won the Premier League that season, he would be regarded higher than
No.
Scholes? It
No,
wouldn't
no.
change. It wouldn't
No,
change.
that wouldn't change.
It wouldn't change.
No, I'm not looking at it from a
Just winning.
winning thing, accolades.
It's
I'm
ability.
No, who's a better
I'm
player?
on an ability thing. Yeah, that's what
It was different when like you've been on the pitch with these man.
Yeah.
Like the eye test. That's why I always say eye test always beats stats because
Yeah.
But I feel like,
Always.
But I feel like it's impacting Gerrard's legacy in a way now.
Yeah. No, I feel like Gerrard will be remembered more than Scholes because Gerrard had better moments than Paul Scholes. You know, you think of Gerrard, you
Istanbul,
think
innit?
of Istanbul, Champions League, getting
Olympiacos.
so many games,
West
FA
Ham,
FA Cup,
FA
Cups,
Cup,
last
West
minute
Ham
screamer.
goal,
yeah.
Gerrard had much better iconic moments for his club than
Yeah.
Scholes. But I just, as I said,
Silent assassin.
yeah.
Facts. All right, we're in the next round now, the final 8. The first matchup we have. Oh my
I
god.
can't believe we didn't have Thingy in there. Last season gone.
Gundogan.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, the last day. Yeah.
That's major, bro.
Yeah. I didn't make the list. I see.
Yeah, go on, carry on. Go on.
Oh yeah. Before we get to
even the Formalo one, top 4.
before we get into we had a lot of top 4 ones. Yeah. Before we get into the next round, is there any that you guys think should have made it apart from the ones you just said?
Yeah.
Any Premier League
I
moments?
feel like there's like lower league teams, like the Wiggins and stuff like that. What was it?
Wigan, the FA Cup, you mean?
Not the FA
No,
Cup,
the
like
Great Escape.
the
the
Escapes.
games.
Yeah, they had a Great Escape as well. But like Leicester's
Yeah,
Great
like
Escape. Leicester's Great Escape is actually incredible as well.
Yeah.
But we'll see. What in the next? You guys can leave your comments below as well of which ones we missed out on. I'm sure there's Premier League's been going on for so long,
Yeah.
over 20 years, so it's gonna be a lot of ones.
Oh, I got one. Sorry, quick
Go
one.
on.
Dennis Bergkamp, hat-trick, Leicester away.
Every single goal was in goal.
Yeah.
First, second, and third.
Yeah.
Remember them goals? Dragging the
First,
ball, yeah,
second.
putting top.
Came up, bang, dropped it.
Also, sorry, I got another one.
What?
Newcastle away, Bergkamp.
Bergkamp's
Best goal ever in the
the
Premier
flick.
League.
What's that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What about Woodward at Old Trafford when they won 1-0 to
Yeah, I remember that.
Well, I won the league out.
Yeah, I
won
remember
the league at Old
that.
Trafford. That one, yeah,
Bergkamp's got some moments, bro.
Yeah.
yeah.
Dennis.
Henry against Liverpool. We're losing half time, came back,
Yeah.
drew past loads of players.
Suarez hat trick, that was the one with the
Norwich?
halfway line.
The Norwich?
Norwich.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he
wicked.
destroyed
halfway
Norwich.
line.
Destroyed Norwich. John
He scored
Rodgers
like
hated him.
4 and
In
like
one game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, what Suarez celebration to David Moyes, the dive thing after he called him.
Yeah.
After he called the diver.
Yeah.
That's it.
Your one
Jack
was the
Elk as well.
championship one. He just WhatsApped me one, but it was a championship moment.
Don't tell me that
said
Troy Deeney.
It was the championship playoffs. I had to expose you.
Jagielka's goal in the Merseyside
Oh,
That was a good goal.
That was
Great goal.
a-
That was a great goal.
That was a banger.
Yeah, it was a banger.
Okay. Last day. This first one this should have been the final.
Yeah, is it?
We have the Invincibles against Aguero. This came from you lot's matchups. You guys picked these numbers too close to each other.
I blame.
One of these are going out. Yeah.
First two picks.
One of these are going out right now.
Oh, man. As you said,
It's like one is the most iconic moment.
Yeah.
They're both iconic
Yeah.
moments. Like
To win a whole league undefeated, but also to win the league for the first time for your club in that manner.
Yeah.
And also the closest team, your rivals,
You know,
on goal difference, no one's done. But then no one's.
I'm good.
Zero
You know what?
losses.
You know what I'm going with? I'm looking.
This
for
could be the
two-
hardest one all day, by the way.
Yeah, I'm looking for two things. I'm looking at it's either the iconic season or iconic moment.
Yeah.
I'm going with the iconic season. I don't think because I feel like the Aguero thing.
But you know, Aguero, that makes it even more iconic. Martin Tyler.
Yeah.
That's how
I was going to say that.
it's like you said, as well,
The whole
Man
commentary,
United-
the whole commentary was just
and like literally kept flipping screens.
Yeah.
Like Man United
Yeah.
standing there waiting for it. And then obviously
So
go
you're
back
going,
to
you're
the
going
game.
Invincibles, yeah.
Because you know what, we were close to seeing it last season with Gundogan.
Yeah.
And it wasn't. I know it wasn't the same.
Yeah.
It was there. Like, it was close.
Last day.
But
shenanigans,
Invincibles, bro, we ain't never gonna see it. Liverpool did it. City tried to do it.
I'm going Aguero moment because it was, as you said, it was the first time they won the Prem,
Yeah.
and the whole last minute and against your rivals and Martin. The commentary was just unbelievable.
Something came out recently about someone accusing QPR of like letting them score.
That's fixing.
Yeah. Obviously, Nedum Manoa, who played for
Nedum,
QPR,
yeah, played for them.
he said that
Former
rubbish,
City
man.
guy.
He-
That's rubbish.
former City guy,
That's
rubbish.
rubbish.
Why would we ever do that? Because they could have gone down that day as well.
Yeah,
But I think by like the 80s, I think when the game was done, because I remember Dzeko scored in the 90th minute or something like that.
Dzeko came on and scored.
Came on, scored.
It was
So I
such a
feel
good player.
such
Such
a
a
good
player.
Wicked.
I feel like the QPR fans, QPR team already knew they've survived. But obviously, they're still not trying to concede lose the game.
And that was Balotelli's only assist all season.
Was it?
Yeah.
What an assist, eh?
Was match fixing ever a thing back in your day? Or not?
Yeah, I think it's always been a thing. Yeah, always. I think
Even
even
nowadays,
even
though.
before me, Bruce Grobbelaar, the Liverpool
Liverpool
goalkeeper, he
yeah.
got done for
South African.
Oh, man.
letting goals in and all that. I think that goes on now. Even now they do it.
I
now.
saw one recently, like the Serie B series. Obviously, Italy.
Yeah, Italy's.
We
Yeah,
don't really touch upon that.
Sometimes it's so hard to like catch on to it because it could be like
remember-
give away the first throw in of the game.
Yeah.
Someone's got a bet on the
Yeah.
first throw. You know, like
Yeah.
it's hard.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
it's-
remember they tried to get Xhaka last season against Leeds, I think.
yeah,
Getting booked, yeah.
Yeah.
But you've got Invincibles, you've got Aguero.
yeah.
So it's full time.
You know what's crazy? As an Arsenal fan, I gotta go with Man City's Aguero, man. I don't think that could ever like two
That's
goals
mad as
down
well.
in the
That's mad
90th
as well.
minute.
Must, as we're talking, can you bring me that display that we'll go over there? Because now I'm going to say what I'm going to pick, and I just remembered what I have. So what are you going with Aguero?
It's so crazy, bro. It's Aguero, man.
Why though? Your whole season undefeated. No one's done that since.
I know.
That one on the table.
But me being like completely honest, bro, I lived through the
Yeah, same.
Aguero.
Yeah.
Mad, isn't
So
it?
if I was obviously, if the conversation would be completely different if I was a City fan. If I was a City fan and told you that, I would have said it's the greatest moment ever.
I've got to go with this.
Invincibles.
I've got this poster. Every single result in that season. Every single result is here.
It's mad.
Not a single loss.
It's amazing. It is amazing.
It can't be seen again, bro. It can never be seen again.
That's the thing.
Teams tried it, like your team, the Ronaldo, Tevez, Ronaldo.
I get it, but when we're talking about iconic moments, no one's thinking about Invincibles over a season.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? When I think of a moment, I think of a
goal.
a goal.
Yeah.
That's why I'm going. The whole thing's moments, right? So I'm going for that. In my head, I think Aguero, the last minute, winning the Premier League. Do you know how crazy that is? I scored to win us the Prem last second of the game.
You got to remember as well, man, that game was done, 90th minute, they were still
moment,
down
It's
two.
mad, it's mad.
They were
You know
still
that when
down
you
two.
think that Man United won a Champions League against Bayern Munich, that moment, last 2 minutes, it's in your head, right?
Yeah.
It's mad.
But even when Arsenal that last fixture, Did you guys win or draw that last game?
You don't know.
You can find out right
That's
now.
what I'm saying. You don't know.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
Not boring, but you don't know.
You beat Leicester 2-1.
You know what I'm saying?
Like, even that you won that game and you knew.
Tony Adams, volley, left foot.
And you knew that.
No,
You
that was
knew.
Everton. That's on 2002.
Yeah, that was the one.
Yeah, that was in that year. All right, so are you gonna change Aguero?
But I said
Like
earlier,
now,
So
you can't.
it's
2-2, but we need the winner.
We need someone to change. Someone's
Yeah.
got to change. It's like a jury, innit? It's
you'll
like a
never-
jury. Someone's got to change.
You'll never say the name Aguero normal again, man. You won't say the name Aguero normal again.
Nah, I'm gonna change.
You're going to change.
And the worst
I
thing
was
is,
gonna, yeah,
people know you're gonna change as well.
I was gonna change this up
That's good.
because I said it early. It's either the most iconic moment
Yes.
or season.
There you go. It's his moments, right?
It's moment.
You gotta remember, 90th minute, though, 2 goals down, man. Jekyll had made up draw.
Yeah. I'll go with that.
Aguero wins.
Jamie Mackey to make it 2-1.
But then again, you know that makes it unfair for the other accomplishment that we're gonna see now. Like I'm not gonna say, but Leicester.
So right
It makes
now,
it-
the next matchup is Stan Collymore game against Liverpool or Leicester.
It's
In the
Leicester.
league.
But then why are we going with season now? Why not going with moment?
Because
But I
you're
feel-
right. You're right. I don't know. I just feel like it's a good thing.
Would you outside of this, would you have picked Leicester or Invincibles?
Leicester.
Same. And that's crazy
Yeah,
for me
same.
to say.
Leicester.
Yeah, same.
Leicester.
I don't know why. I just feel like someone will hit Invincible before someone from the that's
more
more
like
relegation to come back.
Yeah. So we're gonna go with Leicester over the Liverpool
Yeah.
game. All right, next matchup we've got is 6-1 Man City over United against Dave Beckham's halfway line goal. I know you're leaning towards Beckham's goal.
Can I ask a question? Can you find out that 6-1? Was that the season where they won the Premier League?
Was it?
Was that the QPR season?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm going with that then.
Yeah, that one.
Because it led to that moment.
I don't mind going with the City one.
And they won the league on goal difference. So
Yeah, I don't mind going
that
with the City
game
one.
was a goal difference game.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I don't mind going with that.
6-1's iconic. Why it was me?
Yeah.
Any
Yeah.
pushback? Why
Yeah.
it was me? Why it was me wins. Balotelli. And the final matchup in the last 8,
Special one.
Mourinho on the special one
I don't know who it is.
against Gerrard slipping.
Ooh.
No,
Because
Gerrard.
that follows Gerrard.
No, Gerrard.
I'm
going
Gerrard.
I'm going Gerrard.
I'm going Gerrard.
That follows him,
Yeah,
innit?
I'm
Like,
going
that
Gerrard.
was a
Yeah,
big one.
I'm going
Let's
Gerrard.
play
They could have won the league that season.
Yeah, I'm going Gerrard.
That's the only. No, it's not. It's the only because I remember Rafa Benitez finished second.
In the semi-final.
But
now.
that was the SAS year, innit?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh, so now the
Yeah.
clash
That
is...
whole side of the bracket is tough. Because now the first semi-final was Aguero versus Leicester.
It sounds. I'm going Leicester.
Really?
Yeah.
5,000 to 1.
I just. That season had me on my seat. I remember.
But then let's back to what you're saying. The greatest
I'm
moment.
going Aguero.
Iconic moment or iconic season?
I'm
That's what
going
I'm saying.
Aguero. But you're right, bro. Leicester's just.
Even till now, you know, like, that was what, 2015, 16?
yeah.
Till today, I still can't believe Leicester won the league.
I know.
You could go 20 years from now. Leicester don't care. Like
No.
everyone will always remember. Oh, Leicester won the
Yeah,
league.
Leicester don't care.
And the FA Cup as well. Don't forget they won the FA Cup last
know.
year. The year before, last
know.
year. That's crazy.
And Community Shield as well.
Yeah. They're happy now. Leicester can be happy for another 50 years.
No, they're gonna be happy the rest of their history.
The rest of their life. They
Yeah.
won the league, the Premier League, the FA Cup.
League.
Yeah. And they got out of the groups. They won.
They got out of the
Yeah, they
groups.
went out of the groups.
Bro, they finished it.
They lost to Atletico, right?
Yeah,
They knocked out, yeah.
They done. They accomplished everything they wanted.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I'm still going with Aguero because again, like, because if I'm turning down Invincibles for a moment, how can
Yeah,
I
but
now?
you just said Leicester is better than Invincibles.
I agree, but then how can I turn down this a moment? I don't know, man.
I think they're the two best moments. That's why it's hard.
I gotta blame Martin Tyler, man. 'Cause it's his voice.
Yeah, he made it.
Yeah,
Like,
100%. He made it.
Yeah.
He made it.
Leicester won. Think about the players they had in that team
Yeah, it's crazy.
to win the league.
You know, I've realised about a commentary. Yeah, it can actually it
Make
can
moments,
make
yeah.
moments.
100%.
It can
and,
make
they, and they do. Like, they think it's all over. It is now.
Yeah,
Do you know what I
yeah,
mean?
yeah.
Things like that.
Yeah. The Manolas goal.
Greek god.
The
Yeah.
Greek god,
Yeah.
the Pierre Drury.
Yeah. In Rome. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sick.
Like the Peter Drury, like poetic. He's a poet.
Proper.
These commentators are crazy.
Yeah.
But what we
Imagine Michael Owen was commentary that game, bro.
Oh, imagine.
Dead game. Oh, Aguero, well done.
Yeah, or even like
Gary Lineker would have been Gary Neville would have been
that's the same.
fuming.
Yeah, even like the Torres goal. What's that? But that's iconic now because of that commentary.
Gary Neville would have gone, no!
Yeah,
No!
Offside.
Aguero, no! Yeah.
I remember even the Trippier when he scored for England semi-final.
Oh,
Yeah, that was a sick goal.
crazy.
Free kick.
That moment, I think that's the best moment ever in history.
Or when Luke Shaw scored.
The Euro final.
the Euro-
I was at
I
the
feel
game.
like- I feel
What was
like-
the commentary?
I watched that. It was sick. Like,
It was
it was
sick. I
sick.
feel like
It was sick.
so early, but because it's
Yeah.
like a set piece,
But
Trippier
no, it's-
semi-final.
yeah.
I was thinking,
In the World
could
Cup.
be
Oh, you know, so I got one. David Beckham to make us go to the Euros.
Greece.
The free kick.
oh yes.
Last minute. Got us there. I think Martin Tyler was I think Martin Tyler again.
He was there in every sick moment.
Yeah, that's
Sick.
crazy, isn't it?
Sick, bro.
He
Yeah,
catches
the
best
whole
moments.
build up to that free kick was just like a build up to it and just
I love it. Yeah, I love it.
People knew he would score though.
Yeah.
A lot of people knew he
Like
would
you know he's gonna score.
that
Like,
free
one of
kick
them
was
ones.
amazing, wasn't it? It's far out as well, you know.
I think a free kick, yeah. A free kick in an iconic dying moment is always the best.
Yeah.
Like that Ronaldo one against Spain when he was on the hat trick. That one, it's like in the World Cup.
Yeah.
So I knew he was gonna score.
Yeah, facts.
The
facts,
build up,
facts.
innit?
Weird, like you should know he's gonna score. You could feel it.
Yeah.
But Aguero versus, so you got both for Aguero. What we got?
I got Leicester.
I'm thinking Leicester as well.
I got
Something.
Leicester, man.
You know what? I'm going Leicester, bro.
You know
He's
what?
changed,
It
yes.
sounds crazy, but
It's a hard for me.
Bro.
But Leicester, bro, it's like
it's the same thing I said
it's so
earlier.
crazy.
This is
the same thing I
basically
said
the final
earlier.
because whoever wins this, I know is gonna win the
Yeah.
whole thing. This is basically the final.
No, but Faze, let's go again, yeah. Will we ever see a last minute winner like Aguero again?
I said that before. You're using the same thing.
That's why I picked Aguero on for instead of the Invincibles.
But we've seen, look, we've seen millions. I know it's not to win the league, but we've seen millions and millions of last minute winning goals in history of football. We've not seen Leicester win the league, bro.
Do that again,
Bro, we've seen Iniesta score on 115th minute goal.
Forget-
We see iconic last minute winners all the time. This one just happened to be to win the league, but it's QPRs, whatever in it. Like it's a nice moment.
No, I agree.
Leicester
But
win the league.
Faze,
If we have Invincible, if we have Leicester over Invincibles, then yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
Then that's no, yeah.
Faze, for me as well, yeah. There's no you'll never see that in different leagues as well. What Leicester?
You wouldn't. No, you wouldn't.
Never.
Exactly. Don't worry.
I think the closest thing we've seen was Greece, 2004.
Yeah.
Oh yes, yeah.
Euros.
The Euros.
To win Euros.
I think that's
The other
close.
For me, that's a
semi-final.
knockout game. This is 38 games.
Yeah,
fine.
yeah, yeah.
The other semi-final was the 6-1, the Man City one against Gerrard Slip.
Gerrard.
Gerrard Slip, which leads us to the final.
We know it was going to win.
Leicester versus Gerrard Slip. Leicester wins.
Leicester wins.
So Leicester City win the Premier League is our most iconic. I think it's pretty fair.
Yeah, I think it's fair.
It's our most iconic moment in Premier League history, and I think you know what it is.
Yeah, it's just,
It is because it's not like Blackburn won the league in like '96, but this was the
from
era.
nowhere.
From nowhere. This is in the middle of like Chelsea winning the City winning it, like that time.
Yeah.
Like they shouldn't have won it. They
Yeah,
had no
you're
right
right.
to win it.
What's the first thing that comes to your mind if you think world moment rather than Premier League?
World in the
World.
history of football.
What comes to your mind?
In the history of
moment.
football, the most iconic
Maradona
moment.
handball.
Yes, that's a good one. Hand of God, that was
Hand
a
of
good
God.
one.
Yeah.
And
Hand
that
of
was so
God.
iconic. That was 10 years before we were born.
Hand of God. And even his goal against England took the
And
whole
that was
team
the same
on.
game.
Get out
That-
of
bro,
it. Whole team.
That was
whole
the
game.
that
Same
was
game.
the same game. That's
Same
crazy. That was the
game.
same
Same game.
Bruv, the
Two
goal.
big ones
well.
afterwards.
They hated him
Diego,
when he
man.
did it, and then yeah.
Diego, bro.
Yeah.
It's got to be
For me, that and the Suarez Ghana.
the handball.
The handball on the
Yeah,
line.
that was mad.
Oh yeah.
That was mad.
But that shows that all these moments are World Cup.
Hit the crossbar
World Cup,
so Ghana.
Yeah.
now.
Well, come on, yeah.
But is it to me is the World Cup falling off big time? It's not. It hasn't got the same international
The
football in
aura,
general. I
aura,
think it
aura.
hasn't got this. No World Cup used to feel. When you think now, you
Yeah.
think, oh my, 2000 like early 2000s, late 90s. Now,
Why-
I,
talking
Why
about game
is
five?
it falling off, you think? Why is that?
I think club football is just too big now.
Yeah, you're right.
Club
Football was just
football.
too, the levels are too
Yeah.
I
good.
agree.
Yeah.
Because the World Cup 2010, iconic. 2014, iconic. But
Yeah.
last World Cup 18.
Yeah. Last
I
one, and
know.
even this one, like it's not started, but it's like
Mm.
whatever. But
Yeah, you're
before
right.
World
But
Cup,
even like the last one, like you said, the England run, they had to play Sweden, Colombia without James Rodriguez at the time, and then Croatia. And the final says itself.
Yeah.
Croatia,
France,
thing.
Croatia.
Like you said,
Dead.
2010 was Spain against Holland, both
Germany,
arguably.
Argentina,
Germany,
2014.
Argentina, like the team.
France,
It
Italy,
tells you.
And like 2010, it was an extra time, right? 2014,
Extra time.
2018, that France
but
beat
the game
5.
was but done and buried.
5-2,
Yeah,
like-
done and buried. Yeah.
2006, extra time.
Penalties, yeah.
Like, Zidane headbutt.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
Italy.
another
Italy.
iconic moment. Zidane headbutt.
Yeah.
Zidane headbutt.
They're all World Cup moments.
All World Cup moments.
Zidane headbutt. Iconic
highest
moments.
stage.
Is that Champions League moment that we can think of?
Champions League moments.
For me, I don't know. I wouldn't say
You'll say Neymar.
No.
I'm gonna say the Sergio Roberto goal.
No. For me, I don't know. It's a moment. but
Oh,
it's
the Man United, Solskjaer.
Solskjaer. Oh yeah, so the final.
Solskjaer.
True. Yeah.
Zidane's volley.
For me,
But
yeah.
Man United, I think Man United's a bit more.
Yeah.
For me, it was the Kaka assist to Crespo.
Inch perfect.
Inch perfect.
Or
He split 4 man.
Or even
Or
Kaka.
Liverpool coming back.
Oh,
final.
Liverpool, Istanbul. I think that's number one.
That was sick.
Yeah.
Istanbul.
Oh, we forgot Drogba 86 minutes against at Bayern.
But
The final.
it's not Istanbul.
Yeah.
Or even
No, I'm not comparing
Kaka's-
to Istanbul.
Yeah.
Kaka scored at Old Trafford where he went
Yeah.
past 2 players and then headed it thing.
There's so many about Henry away at Real Madrid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Already by the bar.
Ramos La Decima, bro.
The Ramos. There's a lot of iconic moments.
The Messi run where Busquets just laid it off in the Champions League.
See, the what after
Yeah.
one.
Or Messi's 4 goals against Arsenal.
Well, guys, that's the end. That's the end, guys. That's the end of this Go bracket. You just seen us discuss more iconic moments. If you want us to do another one in the weeks coming of like iconic World Cup moments or iconic Champions League moments or different positions, let us know. I want to say a big thank you to Kieran for coming on today.
Thanks for having me, man.
Guys, check out
legend.
check out his podcast, Broad Talks. Check out the episode that I was on. The link is in the description.
Guys, make sure to watch the Anton one. That one is
Yeah.
hard.
Yes,
That's good.
yeah, there's some good episodes on there. And if you guys want us to have more ex-professional footballers come on and people in the game, let us know. This is the first time we've had one as well,
Oh.
so it was nice to have one. It's nice.
Nice.
It was nice to have you on. Everyone
Wicked.
enjoyed it. So let us know if you guys enjoy it.
The
Hit the
vibe was
likes,
sick.
Yeah,
and we'll
cool,
see you
man.
guys next time. Bye.